talking about is an interruption of radar in possibly two ways. Enough clutter so that we're thinking that there is a false attack, or so much clutter that we're not sure that there's an attack coming. And then we're also just talking about how our adversaries have increased and gotten much better with their technology. And so, of course, we don't want anything to interfere with the technology that falsely detects something that our adversaries are doing, or doesn't detect something that our adversaries are doing because we've mistaken an actual attack for clutter.
These components, be it windmills or solar panels or a host of other things, are manufactured in China, right? So we've been told through different reporting and so forth, but it's been a bit scant, that these solar panels have ways to communicate. These giant turbines have ways to communicate. So maybe they're not just out there spinning wind, maybe they're spinning information back to Beijing or wherever they're collecting it.
Well, it's a conspiracy until we find out it's true. Like that.
There you go.
That's the way these conspiracy theories work. And I don't think it's crazy to think that. Look what they're doing with TikTok. Look what they do with other technologies and steal our own technology. And, I'm right here in Cape May County. I happen to be a Cape May County commissioner where the Orsted project was proposed along our beautiful coastline here in Cape May County, also home to the only Coast Guard training center in the country here in Cape May County. So, it's not just national defense, but this is the premise, and rightfully so, that the Trump administration has hung its hat on to do a 90-day pause to reevaluate and see if there's, I think ultimately that they will be stopped by the Trump administration. But
how do you get solar panel fields? You bring in a D9 Caterpillar bulldozer, you bulldoze the environment, you run out every deer, every shrew, every animal that lives there, and then you put down limestone, you put down square miles of solar panels, run a fence around it, and say that's good for the environment. Then you've got these wind turbines that once they live their lifespan, which usually doesn't produce enough electricity to pay for the project in the first place, there's no way to dispose of them.
And they have no idea how they're going to dispose of them. We've had some accidents happen already. We had one happen in Nantucket where the fiberglass was all over the beaches. Beaches had to close. How is that good for the environment? It is not good for the environment. It's almost like, if I didn't know any better, it's a giant grift.
It is a giant grift. I'll give you the last word.
The fraud is absolutely everywhere. There are some people who actually base their entire business model on grifting off of the government.
Yeah.
If